Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. Another great episode of Go Be Great with Coach Karina. I am your host, your expert life strategist, Karina Calhoun, and I have another amazing episode for you all today. Today, I have a special guest, as I normally do. They're all special to me, special to my heart, because they are coming from a servant's heart, and today's guest is no different. So, I'm not even going to just delay. I want to ask you, Miss Misan, tell us, tell us where in the world you are. How are you today, and where in the world are you?
Good morning and good afternoon. I'm in London, so for me it's afternoon in the UK. It's a sunny day here, and so it's nice.
I love it.
Nice to be with you.
Lea, I am super excited to hear from you. You sound like a very quiet person. Probably can have your, loud moments as we all do. But one thing I've learned about quiet people is that they are powerhouses. And I have that feeling about you. I have that feeling about you. So I believe I'm not going to give it away, but what you're doing to serve the world, you're doing from love. So talk to us about how you're loving on the world around you right now.
Thank you. So I'm a psychotherapist and coach. I coach expats and global nomads and people who are living not in the place where they grew up or were born. And there are a lot of us on this planet that don't live where we were born or where our parents were born. Right? And London is one of those cities that is also very, very diverse. Right? And so there are a lot of us here. I also set up a charity that I run, and this charity provides counseling and mentoring and family therapy to young people aged 11 to 25 who have experienced difficult, challenging moments in their lives.
Let's kind of dive in with the expats. So, what really comes to mind is a reference that I've heard many, many years is a prophet is without honor except in his own home. And so, when you think about people who do not live where their family is, a lot of times they have to go outside of where they are from to receive that honor, to receive that respect, that nobility, that love that they deserve. And so talk to us about what you are seeing in the nomad community, because at this point, now being, just past, they say we're past the pandemic. But, that's another conversation. There are so many people that decided to leave where they are prior to the pandemic, and then some afterwards, because I know some nomads who are absolutely loving what they're doing and don't want to go back to their home because of the love and different things that they receive. So talk to us about that.
So I think one of the things that the pandemic taught us, and in terms of the people that have moved abroad after or during the pandemic, is that we can be creative and productive without the commute. We don't have to be tied to a specific place to produce things in the world. So I think that was one big element that helps us to then become much more nomadic. But I think another thing, and maybe it's even more important, is the pandemic also taught us to slow down, to
Yeah.
not be part of that rat race,
Mm-hmm.
to connect to ourselves and to figure out, why am I here?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that opened up and freed a lot of people from their regular routines, to change it up, to find a way of meeting the world with, with curiosity, going to different places, exploring, being more explorative, going on an adventure, getting to know places that they don't know.
Yeah. And I believe that is so extremely vital to our well-being, mentally, emotionally, and physically, in some aspects. Because I know for myself, and I tell folks at this point in my life, I'm an introvert. I'm an extreme introvert. People are shocked to find that out. But um I'm at this point in my life a introvert advocate, because people need to understand that we're not weird, we're not strange, we're not odd. We just process life differently than extroverts, and there's nothing wrong with us. And so this whole notion of, we must be in a centralized location with everyone in order to be productive and creative. And, certainly there are some bad apples. We all know that, who will try to skim the system. But as a whole, I fully align and agree with what you're saying, that this was an opportunity outside of the people that lost their lives. This was an opportunity for us to sit back, calm ourselves, and really understand that. I love how you are loving on the world around you in this way, because I believe you're putting language to what people don't really know how to say.
And that's an important part. So in my work as a psychotherapist, putting language to our experiences is one of the important things to help us start the healing, right? Because
Mm.
often we have experiences that we don't quite know how to put language to it. So yes, I think also to come back to you being an introvert. We all need to be introverts. We need to have that fluidity to go into our inner world and come out from that place, bring something out into the world and share it and relate to others. So we need both of those places. It's not enough to be either one or the other.
Mm. That's the first time I've ever heard someone put it like that. And that's actually very true. Now that because as soon as you said that, my mind just started racing to the different personalities that I've encountered in my life, and how it could have been a much easier situation for all involved had people done that. And like you said, it may not necessarily just be an introvert type behavior, but maybe it should just be all of us doing that.
Yes. And the world around us mirrors how we are on the inside. And so we have to also go inside. That introversion is so important in terms of what we then create in the world around us.
The world, can you say that again? The world around us mirrors what's inside of us.
Yes, and how we relate to things on the inside. So the ways we envision and we create the dreams for ourselves on the inside is what we manifest on the outside. It mirrors. One mirrors the other.
Because I think about my life, again, I'm an introvert. I am, I'm home all day. Um, and my office, I call it my cloffice because it's my office and my closet.
Mhm.
And I have a TV. I have my bookcase with my books. I love candles. I have candles. I have a vanity with this big, huge mirror and the lights. No doors on my closet, so I can see my clothes, my jewelry, my perfume, shoes. And so I have this because this is my calm space, and this is where I am probably 95% of the time.
Mhm.
And this is how I am able to be who I am and do what I do because this is my calmness. And my husband is an introvert as well. And so we understand that we have to have our alone time
Yes.
away from one another. And there's nothing wrong. We're not beefing.
It's so important to have alone time.
Yeah. And so recently I had to leave the house to go to a meeting with an organization that I'm a part of, an in-person meeting. And it took me a day and a half to recover.
Mm.
And I'm very well aware. I've put words to what it's like to be an introvert and having these encounters. When I know I have to do things, I do what's called a pre-fuel, get
Mhm.
myself together mentally, emotionally, physically, go to the event, and then refuel.
Mhm.
And
Afterwards.
afterwards refuel to fuel back up what's been depleted. But in this situation, it was just not. It's just when I think about what you said, what's on the inside mirrors the outside. At that moment, it wasn't chaos, but it
Mhm.
was it was not fluidity during that encounter, that meeting. It was a bunch of folks, and it just was not in here, it wasn't right. And
Yes.
so I literally came home that day and just I had to refuel. And so I just
Yes.
wanted to bring that up because it's so true that we have to create the atmosphere for ourselves that we need to thrive in.
That's right. And so that fluidity isn't something that we receive naturally. Every time we go in and come out and go in and come out again, we recalibrate. And
Mm,
so eventually we can be fluid with that. But if for a very long time we're always either all out, like the
mhm,
extrovert, or all in, that becomes a little clunky, and we
mhm,
need to practice to
mm.
recalibrate, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. And I think one of the things that really threw me off was one of the individuals, because what happens in this organization, we have um, quarterly in-person meetings, and one of the individuals said, "Yeah, I think we should have them in person all the time," and that just really threw me. So just like, no, we don't need to do this. But this is an absolutely amazing conversation. I absolutely love this. So, talk to us about getting in touch with you and really making sure we are calibrated
Mhm.
accurately and adequately
Yes.
for business. So, talk to us a little bit about that.
So I think it starts with really being in touch with ourselves,
Mm,
following our breath, following what is our body saying? How am I feeling in my body? And honoring that. That's like the
yes.
starting point, is to really honor that. This morning I was reading a phrase from Black Elk, with visible breath I am walking. And so really paying attention to our breath, our bodies, and how we connect to the earth, when we're um, to ground ourselves, to know that our mind doesn't have to just race away.
Yeah.
Right? Often we race away.
And that's amazing that you say that, because I know for myself, when I wake up in the morning, so when I go to bed, I end my day and I go to bed, I already have in my mind what I want to do for the next day.
Mm.
But when I wake up the next day, if something's off, I just stay in bed if that's what's needed to get me
Nice.
together.
Yes.
And my husband is very supportive in that, because, it takes you being secure in who you are and what you're doing to be able to do
Absolutely.
that, because there can be those intrusive thoughts that will come in and say, oh, you're just being lazy. You just need to push past this. You just need to suck it up. You just need to get up and push, and everything's going to be great. Sometimes you don't
Yeah,
need to do that.
that's right.
Sometimes you need to lay there and let your body heal itself, let your mind heal itself, and just lay and be, and not go and do. And I have
It's
found that there is so much reward in that. Really listening to my body. Now, it's taken me, I'll admit, it's taken me 51 years to do that.
as it does take. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
but that is so key. That is so vital. So vital.
It is. It is. And it's so important what you're saying, that we don't have to be taken over by that inner critic that said, or taskmaster
Mhm.
that says, go on, push through, do this, do that. We can just tell it to sit down and be calm and and attend to ourselves.
And this is a level of self-care that I would like to see specifically women entrepreneurs um, get to, because
Mm,
this is self-care beyond, I get a massage twice a month, a 2-hour deep tissue massage twice a month, but that does not trump this. I go get my nails done, I get a pedicure, but that does not trump this.
that's right.
You know,
That's
when
right.
you take care of you inside, not the outside. The outside, yes, you still need to take care of it. But when you take care of the inside, that's what begins to come to the outside. I absolutely love this conversation, Leah. And I love that, you are so calming in, talking. And that, I think, is just so amazing. So tell us how we can get in touch with you, because I have a feeling that people really need to know you. They need to
Mhm.
know you. So tell us how we can get in touch with you.
Thank you. So my website is leamisan.com. And so in terms of the coaching and psychotherapy practice, you can contact me there. And you can also contact me through actforchange.org.uk.
I love it. Leah, any last words of wisdom, really quick, that you want to leave with the audience?
So I think going back to what we just said, that being able to connect with yourself is where we start to connect with the world.
I love it. I love it. Folks, we've had Lea Misan on today. What a empowering conversation to have, and to really start your day with, to be able to really dig deep and understand you, who you are, why you are, where you are, and what you need to do to move forward in life. That is, I believe, the key to success. You can have on your list a dollar amount, a business organization size, a house. You can have all of those things, but what we've talked about today is one of the true keys to success. So, folks, this has been another great episode of Go Be Great with Coach Karina. And we've had Lea Misan on the show today. And so I will see you all the next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye, and thank you.